I call the meeting of the Borough of Ship Bottom to order December 30th, the year 2025 at 6:30 p.m. Please rise for a flag salute and I stand for the prayer. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Heavenly Father, please help us as we deliberate and render our decisions this evening. Guide us so that we may make the Borough of Ship Bottom the best it can be for our residents and visitors. Amen. Amen.
Statement of notice, please.
Pursuant to the New Jersey Open Public Meetings Act, both adequate and electronic notice of this meeting has been provided by posting on the bulletin board in the municipal building, on the borough website, and mailing the same to the Beach Haven Times, the Asbury Park Press, and the Press of Atlantic City.
Roll call.
Councilman Hartman.
Here.
Where is he?
He's on the phone. He's called in.
Here.
Councilman Talon.
Here.
Councilman Valio.
Here.
Councilman English.
Here.
Councilman Buckus.
Here.
Councilwoman Basile.
Here.
Item 5, a caucus discussion annual meeting notice review.
I just actually had one question. All of the times that I have on the annual meeting notice are our regularly scheduled times. The last meeting in December, of course, we always push that to the last date that we can. So I pushed that to the last Tuesday of the month in December, which is the 29th next year, and I would like to request that we change the meeting time for our reorg to 10 a.m. instead of 9 a.m., if that's okay.
Anybody have a discussion on that? Or?
I think it's fine.
Okay, 10.
Very good.
Got it. Thank you.
That's it? Okay.
That's it.
Okay, item 7, new business, proclamation for Councilman Tom Talon.
Whereas Tom Talon has demonstrated an extraordinary commitment to public service by dedicating 31 years to serving his community. And whereas from 1994 to 2004, Tom faithfully served as a member of the Long Beach Island Board of Education, working to support students, families, and the future of local education. And whereas from January 2005 to December 2025, Tom served with distinction, as a council member for the Borough of Ship Bottom, providing steady leadership and thoughtful decision-making for the benefit of the community. And whereas during his tenure on the council, Tom served diligently on the Revenue and Finance Committee, Public Safety Committee, and Public Property Committee, contributing his time, knowledge, and judgment to matters of critical importance. And whereas Tom consistently worked with integrity, listened carefully to the voices of the public, and approached his responsibilities with dedication, respect, and a strong sense of civic duty. And whereas the mayor and council wish to formally recognize and express their sincere appreciation for Tom's 21 years of dedicated service as a council member and for his lasting contributions to the community. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed that the mayor and council do hereby extend their heartfelt thanks and gratitude to Tom Talon for his decades of service, leadership, and commitment, and commend him for the positive impact he has made on the community. Tom, you will be missed. I will certainly miss you.
Thank you.
And Tom, you don't have to come to the meetings anymore. You're sitting on that side. It was a pleasure working with you.
Thank you, Mayor.
And council, I just want to remind you, we don't have mics, so please speak very loudly so everyone can hear you.
I'll entertain a motion to spread it on the minutes.
Motion to spread it on the minutes.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Okay, item 2, we got to pay the bills. What's your pleasure?
Motion to pay them.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Hartman?
Yes.
Councilman Talon?
Yes.
Councilman Valio?
Yes.
Councilman English?
Yes.
Councilman Buckus?
Yes.
Councilwoman Basile?
yes,
Carried. Item 3, 2025-181, appointing our judge for a 3-year term, is it?
Yes.
Yeah. What's your pleasure? You have to read that, please.
Resolution 2025-81, resolution appointing Daniel F. Sahin Esquire as municipal court judge for the Borough of Ship Bottom.
Motion to approve?
Second?
Roll call.
Councilman Hartman?
yes,
Councilman Talon?
Yes.
Councilman Valio?
Yes.
Councilman English?
Yes.
Councilman Buckus?
Yes.
Councilwoman Basile?
yes,
Carried. Item 4, 2025-182, authorizing shared service agreement with Ocean County for fire inspection service.
Resolution 2025-182, resolution authorizing a shared service agreement with Ocean County for fire inspection services.
What's your pleasure?
Motion to approve.
second,
Roll call.
Councilman Hartman?
yes,
Councilman Talon?
Yes.
Councilman Valio?
Yes.
Councilman English?
Yes.
Councilman Buckus?
Yes.
Councilwoman Basile?
yes,
Carried. Item 5, 2025-183, authorizing shared service agreement with Stafford Township for water and sewer system.
Resolution 2025-183, resolution of the Borough of Ship Bottom authorizing the execution of an interlocal government services agreement with the Township of Stafford for the management of water and sewer systems.
Mayor, this is to continue our contract with Stafford. It did go up $55,000 this year, but it's a 3-year contract, and it's still cheaper than having our own service do this. So I will make a motion to approve.
second,
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Hartman?
yes,
Councilman Talon?
Yes.
Councilman Valio?
Yes.
Councilman English?
Yes.
Councilman Buckus?
Yes.
Councilwoman Basile?
yes,
Carried. Item 6, 2025-184, authorizing a shared service agreement with Stafford Township for water service to Cedar Bonnet Island.
Resolution 2025-184, resolution authorizing the execution of a shared service agreement with Stafford Township for the provision of water to Cedar Bonnet Island.
And that's also to Bonnet Island. What's your pleasure?
Mayor, that's, we've been doing this for, I guess, 70 years or so. It's the only way they can get water. They pay on time, and I make a motion to approve.
second,
Roll call.
Councilman Hartman?
yes,
Councilman Talon?
Yes.
Councilman Valio?
Yes.
Councilman English?
Yes.
Councilman Buckus?
Yes.
Councilwoman Basile?
yes,
Carried. Item 7, 2025-185, opposing the New Jersey increase in motor fuel tax.
Resolution 2025-185, resolution opposing New Jersey's increase of the motor fuel tax.
What's your pleasure?
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Item 8, 2025-186, liquor license transfer for Joe Pops.
Resolution number 2025-186, resolution of the Borough of Ship Bottom authorizing and approving a person-to-person liquor license transfer application to Cheers to Us LLC for plenary retail consumption license with broad package privilege.
There'll be new owners for the Joe Pops, what it's doing. So what's your pleasure?
Motion to approve?
second,
Roll call.
Councilman Hartman?
yes,
Councilman Talon?
Yes.
Councilman Valio?
Yes.
Councilman English?
Yes.
Councilman Buckus?
Yes.
Councilwoman Basile?
yes,
Carried. Item 9, 2025-187, approving agreement with the Teamsters Local Number 35.
Resolution 2025-187, resolution approving a memorandum of agreement between the Borough and Teamsters Local Number 35, DPW, for terms of a successor collective negotiation agreement and authorizing the mayor to execute the agreement on behalf of the Borough of Ship Bottom.
I want to thank the negotiation committee for the good job that you did. Both sides were not happy, so that's a good contract. What's your pleasure?
motion to approve,
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Hartman?
yes,
Councilman Talon?
Yes.
Councilman Valio?
Yes.
Councilman English?
Yes.
Councilman Buckus?
Yes.
Councilwoman Basile?
yes,
Carried. Item 10, 2025-188, Fair Share Housing Resolution.
Resolution 2025-188, resolution of the Borough of Ship Bottom, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, authorizing an agreement with Fair Share Housing Center.
This has probably been about a 30-year deal with that. I would ask our attorney if he would tell us where we are with that now.
Sure. The fourth round of the housing litigation, so the state transferred all the housing negotiations and requirements to the courts. The municipalities had to go in court to negotiate with the state to determine what your affordable housing obligation will be by municipality for all 564 municipalities in the state. The borough participated in that. We've had a number of mediations and negotiations. The state's original number for the prospective need for the borough was 44 affordable housing units as a prospective need going forward to fulfill. The borough was successful in establishing that, given the vacant land adjustment, the fact that the borough of Ship Bottom is in fact fully developed, there's very little, if any, vacant or developable land left, and the fact that the entire borough is in a flood zone, the borough was successful in establishing that that number really is essentially and practically speaking zero. That being said, even having a zero number doesn't obviate or release you from the need to adopt certain affordable housing regulations that would provide for the realistic developmental potential for affordable housing going forward. Through the negotiations, the borough has elected to and has successfully negotiated limiting an overlay zone to 3 properties in the borough, one being the Oscar Huber property, one being the Fishery property, which is in front of the condominium building by 8th and 9th Streets, and one being the Bank of America building. That does not mean there will be affordable housing in those zones or on those properties definitively. What that means is if a developer were to come into the borough and seek to build high-density housing on any of those 3 lots, if more than 5 residential units are built on those lots, 20% of those units must be affordable, either high, moderate, mid-moderate, or low affordable housing units. The numbers that go into that are based upon a formula that is derived from Mercer, Monmouth, and Ocean counties. Essentially, a very low unit would be an income of $41,000 or below. A moderate income would be $104,000 or below. So that would be the overlay zone. It doesn't mean it's going to happen, but a developer, if a developer so chose or elected to do so, if it or she or he wanted to put housing on those lots, they would be required to include within those developments affordable housing units. The other aspect of the settlement agreement is the imposition of a 1% residential development fee. And that would go into an account that the borough would control. It has to relate to affordable housing. That 1%, though, significantly is only chargeable to property owners or developers if it's a knockdown and rebuild or new construction. If you're to put an addition on your property, you put a den on your property, whatever you expand your property, you will not be subject to that 1% fee. The final thing is that the borough already permits in both commercial zones accessory apartments as part of mixed-use commercial developments. Any owner of those properties, if that owner elects to do so, could convert those units into affordable housing units. Now, significantly, if an owner does do that, for an apartment, it's a 30-year deed restriction at least for the affordable housing. So it would have to be rented as an affordable unit at the affordable unit rates for 30 years plus. And if it were a condominium unit, it would be 40 years plus. As a result, the practical reality of that is the likelihood of a property owner electing to do so is near zero. The negotiations were, again, I believe, successful on the part of the borough. Every municipality that wants immunity from builder's remedy lawsuits would want to go through this process, because if you don't, you aren't immune from builder's remedies lawsuits. And what does that mean? If you look at the school property, if a builder came in and had a builder's remedy lawsuit at that time, they or he or she could have elected to put 100 units there, 75 units, 60 units, and they would have a fair chance of success because we did not, as a borough, have a compliant affordable housing plan. Once this agreement is entered, once the borough acts and adopts the ordinance next year, and in fact, right now, because of the successful negotiation, the borough is immune. So a builder cannot come in and file a builder's remedy lawsuit. So I think, Mayor, I think well done. I think Special Counsel Cameron McLeod, who's not here today or tonight, also deserves credit, as does Frank Little and the entire council.
Thank you. Okay, we have this before us. That's 2025, that's, 188, and what's your pleasure?
Motion to approve?
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Hartman,
Yes.
Councilman Talon,
Yes.
Councilman Valio.
Yes.
Councilman English.
Yes.
Councilman Buckus.
Yes.
Councilwoman Basile.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay. Item 11, 2025-189, employment agreement with the deputy clerk.
Resolution 2025-189, resolution of the Borough of Ship Bottom, authorizing the renewal of an employment agreement.
What's your pleasure?
Motion to approve with pleasure.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Hartman,
Yes.
Councilman Talon.
Yes.
Councilman Valio.
Yes.
Councilman English.
Yes.
Councilman Buckus.
Yes.
Councilwoman Basile.
Yes.
Carried. Okay, item 8, and full business, it's 2025-10C, short-term rental tax ordinance.
I'm sorry. Ordinance 2025-10C, an ordinance entitled Code of the Borough of Ship Bottom, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, amending Chapter 5.64, which pertains to hotel and motel tax.
Okay, before we start, I just would like to address the council. At our last meeting, in order to get a chance to distinguish that ordinance, I knew that I had to give you another bite at the apple. But since then, a lot of things have come to light. There was a number of things we thought we could do, like one, the state takes out 5% tax, and they allow a town to take 2 of that and get it back into their coffers. As we worked on that, we found out that it only affects 7 towns because they had a tax before the state put this new tax in. So we couldn't do that. So we traded that off. Now, we put an ordinance in last month that was flawed from the information we had. We put an ordinance in last month that was flawed from the information that we received. And a lot of people worked real hard on it, and the information was totally flawed. So now we're back to the situation whether we want to do that again. But since then, there's been a lot of research, and I researched a lot of things. We have an ordinance on the books that says that everyone who rents a place in Ship Bottom must give us a insurance certificate that they have insurance. We got three people in town.
Can't hear you. We can't hear you.
All right, there we go. All right. We have an ordinance in town that says that anybody who rents in town, must give us an insurance certificate. And we let that on, we put it out to the people, and along with the fire code inspection. We got 3 people who gave us an insurance certificate out of 340 apartment places or houses for rent. So the other thing is that, like I mentioned last month, it's a state law that you have to get the inspection for CO2 and fire. We had 255 people out of whichever number you choose, 300 or 340, actually comply. So there was at least 80 people that never even got their inspections. And it's when looking through there, and this is only one incident, maybe that's it, but there was a rental for $476 a night. And in there, they had amenities and what's in there, and the fireplace and all the things. And at the bottom, it says, bring your own CO2 tester. So I can't imagine, you get in there and said, hey, hon, did you bring the tester? Or, but it's more serious than that. It's more serious than getting some tax money to put into the beach or wherever we were going to do with it. It's more serious that we have a registration and we know who's doing what and the people comply. Because I don't want to be, or anybody on this council, have some catastrophe and we didn't see that the people had to comply. It hasn't worked. Just putting it out and saying you got to do this. We have to have some teeth in that. So we really have to study this thing a lot more. And I don't think we should do it in piecemeal. I never asked anybody to vote one way or another. I would try to convince you, but being what I've just said, I think that we really should consider this tonight and start anew. Thank you. Okay. If not, then I'm going to open it to the public.
I have a question. Regarding
Just a minute, I have to open it to the public.
comment, so if you want to speak to just this ordinance.
I think she just didn't
I
hear.
have a question about what you said. So do I have to state my name?
We asked for a motion, then, did we open it?
Excuse me, just,
Okay, so you said.
no, excuse me, it's not open to the public yet. We have a procedure here.
Oh, I thought you said that.
No.
Mayor, you want me to explain what you said?
Yeah.
There's a councilman.
What the mayor was saying is that in chapter 5.66 already, there's a requirement that every renter provide, or homeowner provide certificate of insurance for the property if they rent it every time there's a new certificate. That's a state law that happened. It was a requirement that went in. The borough adopted an ordinance in 2023 to comply with the state requirements. The borough didn't have a choice, but we have the ordinance on the books. It's in the code. And what the mayor was stating is that only a small percentage of renters and homeowners who rent were actually or have complied with that requirement.
The code enforcer do that. How are we supposed to know that?
I make a motion, we open to the public this ordinance for discussion.
Okay, so Jovan Sikanolfi, 1001 Central Avenue. I handle all my rentals.
Excuse me.
Ma'am, and we're speaking to specifically the ordinance right now. Public
Oh, no, the
comment.
question that he had, okay, the question. So I received the fire.
Excuse me, I didn't open it to the public yet.
She just did. With all due respect, she just did.
Well, there has to be a motion.
I am
by
the mayor, I
council
will open
and
it. We had a question from the council, I didn't get an answer yet. That's what I was doing. Just go, use the same procedure we've been using for forever. Okay. Are you okay. I entertain a motion to open to the public.
Okay, talk now?
No, we need a motion and a vote.
I make a motion, we open to the public.
Second.
Okay.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The public portion is now open.
Okay,
Yes,
Jovan Sikanolfi, 100 Central Avenue. I handle all my rentals, all our rentals, and every year I get the fire. The guy from Tom's River comes down, he does what he has to do, I pay for that. I never received the information regarding my insurance. If not, I would clearly give you the insurance. Because we are really good people that we want to rent to, have our rentees, renters. So I am definitely on top of all that, but I never received a letter stating that I have to supply my insurance. Never did. And I've owned since 2017.
It was in the mailer. I didn't.
And I receive my recycling paper, I receive all that. I receive my water and my sewer that I pay once a year. The tax, I do all that, not one time that I receive my insurance. And you can check my fire with Tom's River, the guy who comes, he knows us, because I've been using, since you guys have sent me the letter, I do that. So I'm definitely on top of it, which I'm sure everyone else is here, but the insurance, we have never received.
The year it was adopted, it was in the mail, but we didn't push it because you didn't want to. You said,
Hi, I'm Ashley Clayman at 1308 Central. I was just, the council has directed people to talk about the ordinance, but with all due respect, the mayor wasn't talking about the ordinance, except to the extent of saying potentially, I think, let's table it for further discussion. But this listing is under old business, and this appears to be something new.
we need to reiterate that right now, public comment is specifically for the ordinance. We will have regular public comment again here.
Yeah, okay. This is for the ordinance, comment on the ordinance only, okay? The ordinance from last month was defeated. This is a new ordinance that was put on the table at the last meeting. And this is the public portion on right now on this.
Yes, apologies, agreed. However, what you're raising is something that has nothing to do with the ordinance. So I think that perhaps should be tabled to a later point rather than redirecting the meeting to be discussing something.
I was addressing the council, which I'm allowed to do, okay? And I'm just trying to give them some background as to information that we found out and what we need to do, okay? And that may or may not influence what they do tonight.
Mr. Mayor, if I'm correct, did you ask council to table this, or if it's going to be tabled, are we going to discuss it tonight, or?
Sir, what's your name and address?
Brian Layton, West 26th Street.
Layton?
Leighton.
Thank you.
So, did you ask council to table this tonight?
I asked them to consider that, yes.
And what's the response?
There was none.
Can we get one?
You have to have public comment before the vote.
You have to make a motion?
You don't have to, but
Can I make a motion?
you could.
Can you ask for a motion, Mayor?
I'm sorry, but before we
I need a procedural from our...
A councilman right now could make a motion to reject or table. Table would effectively reject it because it's the last meeting of the year, right? It can't come back next year. But you cannot make a motion right now to approve it because public comment has been opened up and is still pending. A motion to reject it procedurally would be proper. A motion to approve it would not. Otherwise, public comment would complete, and then the council would have to make a motion one way or the other.
Okay, if there's no motion, then I'm going to move on to the public.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion.
I have a motion.
Go ahead.
Am I following procedure, attorney?
Yes.
Okay, I ain't gonna make a motion on this ordinance, okay? Can I do it?
Make a motion to reject?
I'm gonna make a motion, I'm not telling you what I'm doing.
Well, you can't make a motion to approve it, is my point.
I'm gonna make a motion on this, yes, I am gonna, what you're talking about, but I have a few words to say,
Yes.
okay?
It can be part of your motion, yes.
Right? You okay?
Microphone in.
Okay. I've been familiar with this since it was introduced. And I was up and down on it. I checked with other towns. And I personally feel that if somebody's going to come to Long Beach Island and rent a house for $15,000, $20,000 up on the oceanfront, and somebody says, hey, Ship Island, you got to pay a tax. They're not coming to Ship Island. They're going to go to some city, Quantico, Night Park. They're not coming here. Okay? have stores closing in Shipbottom. I know down here, Dollar General left there. Ice cream places for sale. Prices are going through the roof. We don't need this tax. So at this point, I am going to make a motion that we deny this ordinance. Thank you.
I'll second the motion.
We have a first and second on the motion. Roll call.
Councilman Hartman?
Yes.
A yes means you're voting it down.
Yes.
Councilman Talon?
No.
Councilman Valio?
Yes.
Councilman English?
Yes, with pleasure.
Councilman Buckus?
Yes.
Councilwoman Basile?
Carried.
Thank you very much. We appreciate it. And smart move.
You got it.
We have other business, but
I don't know if you're looking at me.
yes, I.
So, I had a whole thing to say.
Save it for next time.
I'm sorry, I'll say my name.
Just real quick, just hang on while we vote.
Okay. I don't know if I'm still waiting, right?
Yes, just we have to open. Actually, we have to do our reports first, and then there will be public comments. So you just hang on to that mic and.
Well, what I was going to say is that we have other business, and then we have open for other questions. But I can take a 5-minute recess if somebody wants to leave.
I just wanted to say one thing about the insurance, but I can wait. I'll wait.
Thank you.
All right, so give me a show of hands if anybody wants to leave or they want to stay. Okay, stay. All right, that's good. We'll move on. There's no correspondence. We'll move down to Revenue and Finance. Councilman Hartman.
Thank you, Mayor. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
All right. I have a full report, which will be up on the website tomorrow. It's going to have a lot of fun numbers and all those things I like. But I'd also like to just state that we're ending 2025 in a solid shape. Our collection rate is at a high 99%. That was the same ending of last year for 2024 also. There's currently only 9 properties ending the year with property tax balances. Those owners have been notified and will be going to tax sale if they remain delinquent as of January 1st. And then just a big happy new year to everybody. Thank you, Mayor. That's my report.
Happy anniversary, Dave.
Thank you, Dave.
Thank you.
Public Safety, Councilman Valio. Oh, excuse me. Allen. Councilman Allen.
Thank you, Mayor. The Public Safety Report for December 2025. Police report. There were 4,566 vehicle miles. There were 656 reported activities. There were 294 beach, business, and building checks. There were 14 medical assists and 1 lift assist. There are 172 traffic stops, 3 motor vehicle accidents with injuries, 8 motor vehicle accidents without injuries. Fire report, none at this time. Surf City EMS report, none at this time. Thank you, Mayor, that's my report.
Thank you, Tom. Public Works, Councilman Valio.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. We got quite a bit here this month, so just sit back and relax and listen to the report. DPW truck repairs, police department car repairs, pick up metal within the town,
Fire department truck repairs, Gov Deal pickups for the auction that we had recently. AC Electric repaired the pole decorations. We had several of the decorations initially were not working, and it wasn't our issue with the lights or the connections. It was the connections on the pole. We are not allowed to touch them. AC Electric has to do that, and we're at their mercy. So after about 100 phone calls, right, and connections with that, we finally got them out here to fix it. We repaired the broken lights at the in the plaza, broken lights, street lights. Patched the bulkhead on 25th Street and filled in the area that was leaking. Cleaned up Robert Drive debris on the roadway. Removed trash and recycling cans from the boulevard for the parade, which is a requirement for Homeland Security. Pick up the road salt at the county for our winter storms. Put the fence up at Bay Beach for the winter. New Jersey Department of Stormwater Inspection. I will give you a report after this report on how that went. Stormwater training for all DPW employees. Clean off the storm drains in the town, which is an ongoing issue. Constantly we're cleaning out the storm drains for obvious reasons. First aid truck repairs. Plowed snow and salt for the 12-14-25 event. Removed bleachers from the school and put them at the 5th Street ball field. Borough Hall Fire Watch on 12-17-25 for fire suppression system was turned off for the post office work. They were making connections over there. Disassemble and remove the playground from school and store it at the 6th Street yard. That it was a big project, and it's a big saving for the borough. Eventually, when we want to put it in use. Salt spreader repairs and pick up more road salt. Mr. Mayor, that's my initial report for DPW. Now I have a report here on stormwater, if I may.
Yes.
On Tuesday, December 9th, 2025, the New Jersey Department of Environmental Protection conducted a stormwater inspection of our facilities and operations. New Jersey DEP reviewed our stormwater pollution prevention plan and examined records related to monthly inspections, including storm drain inlet inspections, cleaning and maintenance logs, catch basin inspections, repair records, and catch basin cleaning documentation. They also reviewed the yard inspection records for the 3rd Street and 6th Street yards. Inspectors noted positively that we conducted and conduct spill prevention training. Also, I'm just jumping through this real quick, I hope. New Jersey DEP requested to visually inspect several outfall pipes. They were escorted to the 4th Street where they inspected a storm drain inlet and the associated outfall pipe. They then inspected the 6th Street yard and the 3rd Street yard. Both yards were found to be in good condition, with no debris, leaks, or signs of improper storage. The inspectors stated that the yards were clean and well maintained. The inspectors also examined both fuel tanks, diesel and gasoline, and confirmed they were in good condition with no issues observed. Additionally, they inspected the 28th Street pump station and indicated that it was acceptable, noting only that monthly inspections should continue. Overall, New Jersey DEP stated that everything appeared to be in compliance and that no issues were identified during the inspection. Mr. Mayor, this is a big deal. This is our stormwater protection program throughout the town. And it's obvious if we don't comply with this, we get in trouble with the state and environmental protection. The main thing is we're taking care of our town and, what our town needs to have as far as stormwater protection and sanitary conditions. So, Mr. Mayor, that's my report.
Thank you, Joe. Parks and Recreation. Councilman English.
Our Christmas parade was a large success. We met with the parade committee to review this year's events and to discuss potential improvements and changes for the next year. I would like to sincerely thank all of the volunteers for their hard work, as well as the DPW. For their tremendous effort in ensuring that the parade ran smoothly. I also want to commend Chief Potter and his police department for their excellent handling of the traffic at the conclusion of the parade, which cleared quickly and efficiently. Looking ahead, we are currently finalizing the lineup for the 2026 Summer Concert Series, which will be announced later, and we are very much looking forward to the arrival of warmer weather. And I'd like to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a happy, happy New Year. Thank you.
Thank you. Water and Sewer, Councilman Buckus.
Thank you, Mayor. We are closing the year with only 2 delinquent accounts. They have been sent notices and the water will be shut off, and if they don't pay by early January, it will be part of the tax sale. The final quarter metered bills are in the process. They were mailed December 29th, so if you haven't received them, you should shortly. They will be due on the 20th of January, or no later than the 20th of January. And the those who are still not metered, that's coming to an end, but your bill will be out and you'll have to pay in May and October. We're putting pits in on 10th Street, so the woman who spoke at 1001 Central Avenue about paying your water bill twice a year, pretty soon you'll be paying it 4 times. But it will be metered, it will be based on pure usage. And now I'll get into the usage. This is the report for the calendar month of November. The water treatment plant pumped 4,740,000 gallons of water and only used 24 gallons of chlorine. Financials. Now this report is from the 25th of November until yesterday. Our clerk went away today. So for water payments, we received $13,939, and for sewer payments, we received $11,814, for a total of $25,751. Now that sounds low, but it's the end of the quarter, so we will have more money coming in starting when you receive those bills. And I would also like to take this moment to say, Tom, we will miss you. Good luck. Really, you'll be missed. Happy New Year to everyone, and thank you, Mayor. That's my report.
Thank you, Bob. Public Property and Community Affairs, Councilwoman Basile.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Our zoning officer permits, we have 5 new single-family residents, 3 pavers, 7 pools, 2 additions, 1 accessory structure, for a total of 18. Permit fee log summary, permits processed 40. Permit updates 5 for a total of 45. Type of work, alteration 30. New buildings 6, additions 3, and demolition 6 for a total revenue of $41,259. Code enforcement. Garbage containers, missing lids, excessive weight, 1 verbal warning, 15 written notices. Recycling containers, 1 verbal, 11 written notices. Uncovered construction dumpsters, 4 verbal, 14 written notices. Construction equipment on the street, 6 verbal, 1 written. And that's it. No dry cutting pavers, for a total of 12 verbal, 40 written notices, no summonses issued. Certificates of resale inspections, we had a total of 5. We had 17 flags dropped off. Don't forget, there is a mailbox that's dressed up like a flag on 5th Street. You can drop off your raggedy flags there, which in this winter, many. We have 3 personal storage units on site and 15 construction dumpsters. Most of you have noticed that the school is being demolished as we speak. Construction equipment may run from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. Saturday schedule is 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. No work will be done on Sundays or federal holidays. The inspections will be conducted each day around the work site. And I wish you all a happy, healthy New Year. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Councilwoman Basile, may I say something, please, in addition to the school? 2 things that we have to really pay attention about here. We do have an ordinance on the book about dry cutting and about the silicon dust going all over. The machine over there is grinding up all the stuff, God only knows what it is, and it's going all over everywhere. And it's going to travel all over our town. And the mayor, a few months ago, was instrumental in stopping the state from doing all that. We got to continue that over there on a daily basis. And we also got to make sure they clean up the streets around the neighborhood, or we're going to have mud all over our town. And they were out there the other day shoveling with brooms and shovels. And I don't think that's adequate. I think they need a street sweeper to do the job properly. And I really would like someone to handle that.
I will call Mr. Pagnotta in the morning.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That'll be handled. And the public out there, this is the most dangerous thing you can breathe. Okay, if it goes in your lungs, it never comes out.
Good.
I've been fighting this for 5 years. We're giving tickets, and some people, when they come out and do an estimate, they just put a ticket the money in with the thing, and we've been fighting it. We got to immediately call the government on this one, because we need the government on it. It's the worst thing you can breathe, and then you come down, some of you come down and look in your windows and you have all that stuff in your window. If it's summertime, it goes in. It's one of my main.
Can't hear you.
The mica or the sand that they do is the worst thing that you can breathe. I'm just saying, and it gets into your windows, and if you see it immediately, please call. It's a dangerous thing. So we can't.
Who do we call?
Call
the borough, because we can't. Our code enforcer knows.
Aren't you guys the borough?
Yes.
I don't understand.
Well, I mean, if you call into one of the girls, they immediately get somebody on it.
Are they writing tickets right away, or are they getting more?
You shut them down?
Tickets, well, we do shut them down, yeah. Now, some of the people, some of the contractors have gotten these things with their automatic waterers, and they vacuum. But some of them won't spend the money for it. But I've been fighting it for a few years, and now with the government, you can get somebody and really shut them down and get big fines. Because they basically just put, $100 or $200 in the price of the pavers or whatever, and just pay the ticket. So, and that doesn't work. Just like it doesn't work in the few bad apples in renting. Okay, tickets don't work. If you made 80 grand, $1,000 is not going to hurt you, in paying tickets, and we've actually had people say that. So we need to tighten it in a couple different places, but that's the worst, because you can never get it out of your lungs. Okay, I'll introduce or ask for a motion to open it up to public comment.
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, the public comment is now open, ma'am.
Well, hello. My name is Janet Anfuso, and I have a house with my husband Dominic at 128 East 26th Street. I don't know if everybody can hear me.
Yes.
Thank you.
Can you just spell your last name for me?
A-N-F as in Frank, U-S-O.
Thank you.
I have sent the borough or town council a letter yesterday stating all my things against this ordinance. I don't think I have to even talk about it. I had a little speech prepared, but
It's a moot point.
it's a moot point. But so since I have on the record my letter. The one thing I did want to just say is, to that woman's point, I have always complied with getting the marshal to come and inspect my house before I start my season. I am extremely thorough in checking my tenants and making sure they're trustworthy and they're I don't rent to anybody if they're a troublemaker ever. I thoroughly screen my tenants and I keep my house maintained. I've always done the fire marshal inspection, but I have never once received any notice, which I would be happy to comply and show you both my flood insurance and my homeowner's insurance. And I've never gotten it. It's a mystery to me. I get my tax bill, I get my water and sewer bill. I've never once received any notice whatsoever. So that's the only thing I wanted to say. I appreciate the denial or the rejection of this ordinance, and thank you very much.
Three people got it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Greg, you're next.
Sorry, that's okay. I'm over. Good evening, Mayor, Council. My name is Brian Martin, 270 Tip Seaman Drive in Tuckerton, New Jersey. I'm also a realtor at Remax at Barnegat Bay and a councilman in Tuckerton. So, Councilman Fallon, congratulations. I did 6 years so far, and I don't think I'm going anymore. It is such a thankless job to sit up there and have everyone else yell at you and go. So, it's tough. I'm always sitting on that side. So
Put your 10 years in and get vested.
no, I'm not doing 10. I wanted to thank you guys for vetoing or shooting down this ordinance. I did want to say that I know from the last council meeting, a lot of the topic with what the 3% tax was going to be was to try to raise costs or revenues for the borough. This town CFO was talking about the numbers that she had in mind. She also went over the health insurance going up, I believe she said 36%, 38%. We had the same issue in Tuckerton. We shopped around. NJ Solutions came back. Our health insurance is the exact same coverage. We're only going up 6% next year. So we switched with it. I don't know, you have to qualify. I don't know if you guys have done it, but as far as a solution, maybe it's worth shopping around to other insurance companies instead of just staying and eating the other, 30-something%.
Well, that's a captain obvious. I mean, of course we're shopping around.
Okay. We shop for
The
3.
problem is our experience.
We just did our medicine, the medical, not, what was it, the exact?
Bennicard?
Oh, yeah, we were at the Bennicard.
Bennicard, yes.
Yeah, and we saved some money there.
So I think it's important to look at other avenues to try to lower the expenses of the borough versus bringing in revenue.
First of all, we're solid. We have money, and when it came to Sandy, we had over $1 million to keep going. We didn't have to go to do ordinances and things like that. And we get money like not raising your taxes over abundance, but if it doesn't snow for 5 years, that money goes into another account and it sits there. So we have extra money. We're just looking forward,
And that's smart. You always want to be forward thinking.
The difference now is that, we have big dunes and the people want to either be driven to the beach or walking over it. Pickleball is crazy, and I'm not demeaning any of those things. I understand it, but it takes money.
So I don't want to take up a lot of time, but I did have 2 other things. Number one, the minutes. I didn't see any minutes from the November meeting or the special meeting last month on the website. The last one is September, I think 23rd. It was there. Do you guys put them?
I do.
Okay.
I did.
It's okay. I was just curious.
And they've been approved. The special meeting was not on for approval tonight with the holidays and everything.
It's a lot of minutes.
It was a lot of public comment, so they'll be done at our next meeting, Friday actually.
And then I did have one final question, which is, I see the very nice Canon camera microphone over there, the, I believe, GoPro back behind me. What is the purpose of the recordings of the minutes?
Because it's been requested that we record our meetings and have them posted online, so we're trying to comply with that. This probably will be our last time using them. We love them, but we have the capability in our courtroom now to be able to do that, so they'll be posted every month.
Because there's only May and June on the website.
We have not been recording them all.
Okay.
But these meetings, I chose to because I knew people would be upset if they weren't.
Can I make one suggestion?
Sure.
You can do it totally for free. I live stream all of ours using just an iPad onto YouTube and embedding the link into the borough website, and then everything is there.
That's what we'll be doing.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, now that you killed the 3-minute rule, we're back to 3 minutes.
Mine will be less than 3.
Greg Pratt, 139 East 14th Street. 2 quick things. One, I just want to say thank you for this turnout, for your support, for being involved. Amazing, amazing. It's volume. Really, really appreciate it. And I implore the council, we have asked as Taxpayer Association to be involved. Look at how many people are here. If there is an ordinance that comes up or other things, people are willing to get involved. People want to help. People want to make Ship Bottom the best it can be. And the divisiveness that happened with this last ordinance was just mind-blowing to me. So we shouldn't have to operate like that.
Thank you.
So, okay. Thank you. Thank you. Anyone else?
Hey, Chris. Happy New Year, everybody. Jeff Brown, 1810 Central Avenue. For the new year, and for everybody who rents, the strong majority of people do the right thing. There are, like in life, there are a bunch of owners who are not scrupulous about evaluating their renters. And so I think we need to focus on not the good people, but the knuckleheads. You can run a report and know which are the houses that the police get called to the most. I think sometimes we look for a very sophisticated solution. We have a house across from us that's been designated an animal house. The police, no, it's a term. It's a term the town uses. And it's, well, right, so we need to put some teeth, right? Because Chief Potter and his guys come out a multitude of times. People are smart. Social media, we had, at one count, 60 to 80 young people come out of this house. We've got kids dancing on the roof, not on the roof deck. Now this guy's putting a pool in. I'm telling you,
Now they got a pool. Now they got a pool.
Right. Last year he made over 50 grand net. I'm a businessman, I'm a capitalist, I begrudge nobody anything for making honest money. But you good people have to focus on the knuckleheads. Okay? My word. It's easy enough to know who these people are. Chief Potter can tell you who these people are. God bless. Happy New Year. Thank you.
Anyone else?
Good evening, everybody. Can you hear me now? No. You're an expert there. Green is good. Okay. Good evening, everybody. I'm Andy Holzheimer. I live at 1801 Central Avenue. Been a homeowner since 2011, a full-time resident since 2022. My primary residence is there. unfortunately, I'm right next to one of the worst animal houses. And you wouldn't notice that it was one by its appearance because it's a beautiful house. However, we migrate south for the winter like a lot of full-time residents, but I've curtailed coming back before Memorial Day because of the clientele that my neighbor rents to. So in essence, from the 15th of May until the 4th of July, I have constant battles, and I've talked to Chief Potter, I've talked to his team a gajillion times. I've mentioned it to some of you on board as well. To coin Jeff's term, or use Jeff's term, the knuckleheads, we need to address this problem. So again, the way the ordinance came out and the way this played out tonight, it was unfortunate, but I think the gentleman from the Taxpayers Association, we need to move forward and we need to solve for this, right? Solve for this and solve for other issues if there are budget shortcomings with something that's fair and equitable for all, okay? So I pay a mortgage and I can't use my property because my blood pressure goes through the roof as the same high schools year on year come in and take away 6 to 8 weeks of my time as a homeowner. So it was mentioned at the last meeting that we were looking to put a group together in the new year to help tackle some of these issues. I'm here tonight to volunteer to be part of that group, to come up with a solution with a bunch of other people in this room, right? Because mostly, like Jeff said, and I agree, most landlords are good landlords and follow the rules when they know what the rules are, right? So let's get clear communication out, let's get details and data out, let's work smart and put a solution together in 2026 that one of the byproducts will be I'll be able to use my house 6 to 8 weeks longer as a homeowner. So thank you.
Thank you, Brian Cohen, 513 Central. Just wanted to ask real quick, so the 3% tax that got rejected was an ordinance that was adopted, but it was a New Jersey ordinance. I'm wondering the framework of all the other elements that may pass come spring, the renewal, registration, where is that, is there guidance from the state for that, or is that going to be something that we kind of make up as a local municipality?
Well, actually, the sister towns have it already. They've had it for years and stuff. We didn't have that much trouble except for like the places that they're saying about. But you can ticket them all day, and that's never going to stop it. You need teeth where you can stop somebody from renting.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's what we're looking at. Where everybody would have to abide by it, but if you don't have any trouble, and everybody does once in a while get in a jam where the people were different than what you thought they were. We understand that, but multiple times you can't have people come in and say, I made 80 grand. What the hell is $1,000?
That's awesome. I really appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, but we're working on that.
Yeah.
With good information.
Awesome. Thank you. I just want to reiterate what the last two gentlemen said about we would love to get involved in that. Last meeting, you stood up and said, we don't have all the answers, we don't know yet, and 3 people up here still voted to move that through. Yeah. So we really want to be part of the solution moving forward with whatever those other elements of the ordinance are beyond the tax. Whether it be Taxpayer Association, teacher, real estate, whatever everyone can offer. I got to go back and watch that a recording of last meeting with my blood pressure a little lower. I really want to thank Mr. Buckus for engaging. I didn't agree with everything you said, but you engaged with every speaker. You asked good questions, and I love that. Because there were people that didn't say anything for 3 hours except staring at whatever's in front of them. And I love that engagement. We absolutely need that. Appreciate that. Thank you for all you did. Thank you.
Joe Dugan, 335 West 5th Street, Ship Bottom. I was at the last meeting, and the only question I have to the council is, It was mentioned back then that the 2026 budget was going to be in a deficit of close to $950,000.
There is no deficit.
No, there is
No, we're not deficit, we're looking
It
in the
was said
future.
that they need to make up $950,000 to meet the budget. That's what was said. I was there.
Yeah, I was too, and what Kathleen Flanagan, our CFO, said, no, there's no deficit, but we're trying to hold off a huge tax increase. That was the initial reason for the 3%.
Okay, I understand that. What I would recommend is that you go back to any contracts that you have with anybody coming in here for garbage recycling, renegotiate those contracts and try to get those down. Or maybe we should look at maybe the wages. Is there going to be a wage freeze for the town employees? Or maybe a wage give back?
Be the most dangerous thing we can do, because right now we have good contracts as far as right now.
Not based on the
All
dollars
the
that are
contractors
coming up.
want to move to trash cans that are picked up by the truck. There isn't many people or companies that want to use people anymore. Can you imagine that? First of all, if you leave on Sunday night and have to put your trash can out on the road, where's it going to be when you next weekend? Okay, with everybody in the summertime parking where every little inch, how are you going to put your trash can out?
I would just
So
ask you.
that's what we're looking at, things like that. It's going to be, a premium to get people to pick it up, or we have to look at doing it ourselves, which is heavy duty when you're starting out, because the trucks and things aren't cheap, and medical and people. But we're looking ahead on all those things. So there's no renegotiations in this day, in age.
Contracts have been negotiated.
I want to tell you something about the trash, all right? And I want to clear this up because it's pretty easy to throw rocks at us. So, this is a fact. When we put the contract,
I didn't throw rocks.
I'm talking to you. Just look at me then.
I didn't throw rocks.
All right. When we put the contracts out for trash, how many do we get back? Bids? One.
Last 2 times. One.
So you're making it sound like it's pretty cool out there. We could pick a whole bunch. It's all tied up all over the state. And if you did your homework, you'd know that right off the get-go. All right? So I'm being honest with you. There's one contract, one bid, and we're stuck with it. And if we open it up, guess what they're going to do? It'll be multitudes more money, more. All right?
One bid? That's holding somebody over a barrel. How can you do that? How can you take one bid? You know what, guys? You need to go look at the budget. I'm done.
Okay.
Thank you. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.
All right.
Hi, Dennis Hager, because of these things, happy holidays, everybody, thanks for your judicious consideration of the ordinance. I wanted to follow up something that Councilman Values said, and Mayor added to it. I personally lost a family member to a particular pulmonary disease as a result of long-term exposure. In those days, I guess we didn't know any better. Now we do. When I met with Michael Pagnotovac in early May, he made it a point, because we talked about the dust and that sort of thing, he made it a point to say that he was going to have some sort of a sprinkling system in place that would, it's not going to eliminate it completely, but it was going to greatly diminish the grinding and any, carving that had to be done. And frankly, I don't see that, or to the degree that and we do have a lot of dust in our.
Well, that's why I mentioned it now early in the project, okay? Because we got the whole building to demolish and.
Dennis, I will call him in the morning.
But hang on, I can add some clarification. The demolition contractor, we're not even talking construction yet, we're in demo. Cut and cap the water, which he shouldn't have done. We had arrangements we threw a water meter in, well, he was supposed to put a water meter in, put it in the wrong place.
The Bass does, yes.
Pardon me?
The Bass does,
Yeah, J, whatever his initials are, JT. But as of yesterday, our water superintendent went out and met with Tabasco. They're gonna put the meter in the right place. That should start. I'm not gonna say it will, but it should start. sometime next week. It's all because of the demolition.
They had the hose there
Yeah,
today.
Yeah, I think they
wasn't
started
working.
doing that, yeah. Well, you know, the other thing is, it's freezing out there.
But they're not cut until it goes in, right? You can't have them cutting until they're 100%.
Well, I don't know if they stopped on, I'll have to go back, Pagnata got on it right away for us, and I'll have to go back on what they said. I did not go by the site today.
They can bring in a water tank.
We
Pardon me?
can't
Bring in
tolerate
a water tank.
Yeah, well, they asked not to do that, which we okayed, because they were supposed to, you know, do it. If it isn't there working by Monday, we'll have to bring them in. We only really have a day and a half workday left this week. But that's the reason they weren't spraying. And it's their own, well, I shouldn't say their own fault, Pagnata, but it was the demo guy.
Okay, thank you again, and happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Anyone else?
Just one quick comment. Brian Layton again from West 26th Street. If I heard you earlier correct, I couldn't hear everything over here, that you might bring up the inspection thing again on properties and all those penalties that you proposed before the last meeting. I just asked you, don't punish the good people because of the bad people.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Hi, I'm Victoria on fire. I just wanted to thank you guys. Emily Ferreira, Ship on Fire. I just want to thank you guys, Mayor, Council, Kathleen, who's not here, on behalf of the officers and membership for a great year. We had a great year with you for the approval of the purchase of our new ladder, the Public Safety Committee, Councilman English, Councilman Vallio, particularly Councilman Callen. As you end your tenure here, this is something you can really hang your hat on. So thank you so much. This is the structure for the community, work for the community, so we have a really good year with you guys, and we're looking forward to 2026.
Anybody else? I'll entertain.
Good evening. My name is Lino Siganolfi, 1001 Central Ave. I have a question for the council here. So we're squashing 10C. I would like to know, and I think everybody here would like to know, because the question has been asked, is something like this going to be introduced in 2026?
Yeah, absolutely. Something like this tax, you mean, again, you're saying? Or what?
Yeah, this transient market space, this 9C stuff, like, something like this going to be introduced in 2026. I think everybody here would like to know.
Council just voted. They voted no.
Yeah, we voted no.
So go.
For 2025, sir.
No, we have no
for
plans for that.
2026.
No. I can say that. I don't see no plans for
You're
that.
going to be here next year?
Huh? Yeah, I'll be here next year.
You're right. That's the right question. Thank you.
It's dead.
I think we're good. Thank you, guys.
Anybody else? I entertain a motion to close the public portion.
Motion to close.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Public portion now closed. I entertain a motion to close the meeting.
Motion. So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Meeting adjourned.
Thank you all very much.